Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Wealth Around Us. In this episode, I was just around here going through Fan Alley and just making sure everything was in order, and sure enough, it's just as I left it, all in order. The water needs to be taken out here pretty shortly. I'd still trust it, but not pass much on this. On Prepper Log, we were talking about water, and someone had argued that they could make water last more than 5 years storage. I just don't see that happening. I've had too many bad problems with water to trust it for more than a year. So anyways, back on cue. This is about the FJ bug out vehicle and the new parts we're adding to it. Today we're adding a little story here shortly about the first item. This is an Aguila. This is an exact one I bought at the same place. If you go to duluthsalvage.com, look at my reflection there. If you go to duluthsalvage.com, they have these for $5. It's an actual, real chrome steel machete made by a reputable company called Aguila. The one on my bug out bag is also an Aguila. It is some great metal and great design on these. Colombian machetes are some of the most serious in the world, and you don't have to pay a lot to get a fine machete. Again, I'm going to plug my friends at duluthsalvage.com. I don't know if they ship or not, but they have a website. And as you can see there, this machete is probably, I don't know, about a foot and a half or a little under 2 feet in length. The blood groups keep things from sticking to it, and just the quality of the steel, it's light, very springy steel, very durable. And when you sharpen it, it even holds that mirror-like sheen. It's within metal, so it's not just plated in chrome. The whole thing is actually chrome steel, which is a really cool design. The fireman who pulled me out of my my last bug-out vehicle, he had trouble. They were having a lot of trouble actually getting the windshield off of me because of the rubber seals that were holding it in. And I says, "Hey man, hey, you know, I'm half delirious. I'm still sitting there bleeding to death." He looks at me and I say, "There's a sharp machete in that blue bin in the back." So I see him go around the car, and as they're still sitting here cutting with the jaws of life on this side, see him come back around the car, and then I see this coming through to cut it. And he cut me out with the seals, and I bet you money he was just so revved up from the scene, he was walking around for half an hour after I left with this thing in his hand, not even realizing it, because it's not heavy, and very ergonomic grip, and he was probably like, "Oh crap," you know, after, you know, but hell, you know, for $5, consider it a tip if you're watching out there in fireman land. So that was number one. Number two, we caught this at a garage sale the other day. I picked it up for $3. This is going to be the new medical kit for the FJ bug out vehicle. It's an OSHA actual. This was like came out of a shop or something like that. It's an actual OSHA rated medical kit. And as you can see, we've got lots of extra space and a great starting point for a medical kit. This is what you call the last aid kit, because, you know, if first aid is one thing, but if you're already here looking through your medical supplies, you're in your last ditch efforts. That lady at Pensacola that fell and skinned her knee, that was a trifle thing, and I still couldn't deal with it with the meager little, you know, band-aids and alcohol wipes I had stored as a medical kit. Let's not kid ourselves anymore. I had a medical kit on board the CRV and didn't even realize it. I was in such shock, didn't even realize that I could have stopped my bleeding out just by reaching under the seat. I was just in such shock and confusion from being hit that I didn't even think about the medical kit under the seat. So this one is going to be somewhere foremost, and I'm going to let the viewers decide in comments below what extra you want in it. Where you want it put in the B.O.V, or where you think it should be put in the B.O.V, put it in the comments below. What we're dealing with right here, and there's a couple of really cool things in here. The burn relief has, you know, non-aspirin, decongestant, pads. That's great. Splinter out. That's cool. Ace bandage. Cold compress. We've got pain relief, triple antibiotic, alcohol wipes, knuckle bandages, fingertip bandages, tape, sponges, major wound compress, a couple of pieces of gauze down there, his tools to get enough. Ankle wrap. So that's a good place to start. Real good, sturdy metal case. Plan just to keep it shut. So this is going to be the one going in the FJ bug out vehicle as the new medical kit. I know there's a lot like EMTs out there. Like I don't know if Gary Mule was one or if he is one, but I'd like to hear what Gary Mule thinks about it below. And if you guys got any tips of any kind of tools, survival stuff, if you think I should carry water in there, if you think I should carry, I'm looking for saline wound wash. I've got to find that. All of the stuff they worked on me with at the hospital is mine to keep. And I have that in a box over on the couch, so I'm going to go through that and find out what I'm putting in there. But it should be some more gauze and pads and, you know, the stuff I had on the wounds on my knee. And I'll just give you a quick update where I was speared through the knee right there. And the titanium rod is working out real well. Where it went in, they just hammered it in right there. And the legs are looking good. I've got control over them. I'm driving a car now, and everything's coming right along, including the FJ Bug Out Vehicle project. So again, put your thoughts on the medical kit and the mounting procedure and what you want in it below, and we'll try to make it happen. So thanks for watching, everybody, and always remember, there's a wealth around you.